All right guys, so if you've been watching my videos, you know that we've got several different things going on with the fish. They're getting close to spawning, but they're not spawning yet. And I have caught a couple off bed, but the majority of them are just up shallow cruising. I've been seeing a lot of shad. They're definitely chasing shad. The flush has been a ticket, and also the provoke has been a ticket. But I'm afraid this one, actually, you know what? I'm gonna start with it. It's not too far off. It's just a little bit translucent. Actually, that one's busted. I gotta get a new one. I'm just gonna go ahead and swap to this color. I think it's gonna be better anyways. I forgot I busted it. I made a horrible cast yesterday, threw it up on the rocks, and it's just not doing its thing anymore. So I am gonna go ahead and swap. Wabi Sabi Provoke is my absolute favorite color that 6th Sense makes in the Provoke. And this one in particular, I hate to have to cut it off because it has caught me so many fish over the last 2 years, 3 years. And I've said this before on a lot of my videos, but a jerkbait is something that I learned to never take. Don't cut a jerkbait off. Leave it on all year, because there's so many times, even in the dead heat of summer at Gunnersville, when they're out deep and you're throwing, you know, big crankbaits or whatever. I just learned that sometimes schooling fish want a jerkbait. They don't want to, you know, the ledge fish, when they bust up, a lot of times they'll be schooling in the dead heat of summer. Pagan? Just another number. Oh, 10, you got. Yeah, 10 to 8. A limb. That's the skinniest fish on this whole lake. This fish is skinny as a piece of paper.
This son of a gun right here just hammered it, and I never. It's pretty good fish.
That's the skinniest fish I've ever caught in my life.
Yeah, it is.
11.9 if you get them in. Count it. There's another one. They're all eating it on the paws. That's a good one. They're eating it on the paws. I can watch. Woo! Woo! So that one's got freaking largemouth bass disease. Guys, this is extremely important for fishing a jerkbait. Both these last 2 fish have been sitting on a straight pause, and you just watch your line and your line just starts swimming off, and you got him. I'm gonna keep doing that too. That one's all kind of gross. That's 12 to 10. All right, watch right here, guys. So I'm seeing a school of fish on live scope. I'm gonna reel down just a little bit and then hit it a couple times. And they don't want to spook always, or they don't want a topwater walking bait or a swim bait. Sometimes a jerkbait's what you need, and so you need to have it on the front deck. And honestly, I'm gonna have it in my box all year long, but it's going to be on the front deck a lot of the time, and especially now with live scope. Or I've got Lowrance, so I've got active target, but a jerkbait matching the forage. They're feeding on shad right now. Majority of the time, that's going to be the ticket. For me, that's what I personally like. So I'm going to strap this chesty actually on my chest now and get to fishing. But I think the fish are just they're still pre-spawn. They're doing their thing. They're in staging areas. Windblown rocky point leading into 2 different creeks. Very, very high percentage chance to catch fish here. And I'm gonna start with a jerkbait and a bang. Sometimes and let it sit. And I'm just watching my line. Got him. Same thing on the pause. I don't know if y'all can see that. I might have set the hook too fast. Right on the pause. Oh, look at him. He's doing the whirly bird because he got pinned into the ground. There's so many fish right here. We haven't even put a dent in them. And I want that bait to sit on slack line. So I'm not touching, I'm just watching my line. And honestly, I need to throw a, there, he's got it now. No, he don't either. Yeah, look, that's what got it. My jerkbait started swimming off and it was this little bitty shad.
I don't even know. I've heard that there's issues with them taking them over there, but I don't know what.
Big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. No, they ain't either.
Yeah, I know. We'll see if we can figure something out. Yeah, see what you can do to help me. I'll make some phone calls too. All right, brother.
Well, on his phone call, Papa lost one.
Yeah.
And I caught one.
I know. And that's you're on the screen?
Yep.
All them on the screen feed?
Yeah. That sucker hit it 5 times. That's number 15 for me. 15 to 11.
I know.
Also, this video might be a little windy, I apologize, but a lot of you have been asking about my jerkbait rod. I'm throwing a 6-cents unicorn, throwing it on 10 and 12-pound line depending. 611 medium heavy unicorn. They just got more of these in stock, so if you want one, save you some money and use my code DC10 along with anything else on 6centsfishing.com. Make sure you use the code DC10 and save yourself a couple of doll hairs. Now let's see if I can scope any. I'm not only scoping this time of year. The fish are up on the bank and we know that, and they're wanting to be, you know, I know where they're wanting to go, so I don't necessarily just have to only make live scope casts. I'm gonna make high percentage casts and just go fishing, and then if I'm gonna periodically look at live scope, but it's not like some of the other times of year where you just have to be live scoping the whole entire time. I'm just gonna make some good casts and just fish how I like to fish this time of year, and hope for the best. Got one already. That wasn't even, that was 2 minutes worth of fishing. Oh, he's in the boat, counts. A little largemouth. Tiny one, and he's a spawner too. It's a little male spawner. Got them red eyes. Come on, chill, chill, chill. Little tiny guy, back in. Also, something to think about with a jerkbait. I know this is so obvious, but it just helps, you know, as you're fishing, you get to getting impatient, or you get out of rhythm, or you just think they ought to be I don't know what that was. I ran over a bush or something. You think they ought to be doing something else, so you get a little bit impatient. You start messing your cadence up. I've been throwing a jerkbait a lot the last few, I don't know, a couple weeks, and catching a lot of fish on it. The provoke is the only one I've been throwing, and there's just something to the pause. I know that's obvious for people who fish a jerkbait a lot. That's very obvious, but it's so easy to get out of your cadence. Yep. Yep. Feels like it's big too. It is big.
On the speed worm?
No, on a jerkbait.
On a jerkbait?
Provoke him. Ooh. Nice one. Heavy sucker too.
Do you need some help?
No.
I'm not helping you because we're having content.
There we go. Look at that fatty. Come on. Provoke.
You gonna weigh him?
Yeah, I'll put him on the scale.
Where's that? 4.5, I'm gonna say. For that fat
Oh, I bet he weighs 5'2" is my guess. 5.18.
He's heavy.
5.18.
Look at that gut.
That is a fat, fat gut. All right, time for the release. Oh, soaked me in the face. 17, 15?
17, 15.
We caught 2 on this hole, and Papa's was a 4-pounder, mine was a 5-pounder. On the Provoke Wabi Sabi. I'm actually gonna take a minute and retie, I think. Got him?
I don't think. Yeah, it ain't much because he don't know he's hooked or something.
He's big. No, these ones are strong over here.
Oh God!
That counts. That counts. That counts. That counts. You could have butt flipped him. Well, I got in the way. I'll count that one.
Okay. 16.
That was a fair catch. That was a penalty on my part. Yeah, 17.